121 points, 57 from the field and 50 from three.
How much of that was just due to what Milwaukee was running versus maybe what you guys weren't doing defensively?
No, it was give them credit. They made the shots, but we had breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. When a guy hits 7 threes in a game, and we're still closing out there short and acting surprised when he makes a three, I'm not really understanding that. So a lot of personnel and game plan breakdowns, lack of discipline tonight. So something we have to clean up and get ready for Houston.
When you get in the fourth quarter, you had a unit out there, I think it was 4 reserves, maybe Jamal Murray, that seemed to get some traction defensively. But when you were making that run, what were you seeing out there?
Just guys flying around, giving great effort. Monte, Mason was terrific. Trey Lyles, Malik. We made shots, we got stops, and that was one of the few times we were able to probably string together stops consistently. And obviously then we went back to our starting group, and turnovers down the stretch, lack of execution, just a comedy of errors down the stretch.
Yeah, you talked about closing out games, I think, prior to the game. What kind of has to change now in that area to get back on track?
You have to be able to execute. You have to be able to take care of the basketball, not throw the ball to the other team and fuel their break for 7 points in the fourth quarter. And then offensively, aside from the turnovers, somebody's got to step up and make a big shot. Defensively, locking in, being disciplined, not letting people beat you. Malcolm Brogdon scored on us going left every time tonight, and we had a hard time understanding that. So that's 3 losses in a row, and the thing I'm probably most disappointed with the 3 losses, just a lack of poise, lack of execution, lack of discipline down the stretch in all 3 games. At Memphis, home against Brooklyn, and home tonight against these guys.
You guys shot the ball better, and it seemed like the offense had more energy, but then those turnovers that you talked about, is there some sort of relationship, do you feel like, between the offense having more energy and you guys having more firepower, but the turnovers being too much of a cost for that?
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We shot it well, and we turned the ball over in the fourth quarter. We've struggled to make shots this year. Going into tonight's game, we're 29th in three-point percentage. So it's great to see some guys see the ball go in and feel good about that, but we can't allow the comfort of making shots to take away from our defensive intensity. And tonight, obviously, from quarters 1 through 4, just breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. I think they probably had at least 20 points off of a lack of discipline, whether it be personnel or game plan.
What went into the decision to foul when you guys were down 30 seconds left?
Yeah, we weren't supposed to foul in that situation. I'm not sure why Gary did. It's a 1-possession game, 30 seconds on the clock. And again, that's just one of those areas where just not being disciplined and not understanding the time and the score in the situation.
Yeah, are you surprised with some of that? You guys are one of the younger teams in the league, but have been now in a lot of these kind of situations that the poise hasn't been there the last 3 games?
Monte hasn't been in those situations much. Juancho, Malik, some of those guys haven't. Obviously, when it involves guys that played down the stretch last year, it is surprising, but, second youngest team in the NBA is an excuse, but it's also a reality. And I just hate the fact that the way we've closed the games, forget the win and loss, but if somebody's going to beat you, make them beat you. And I feel like we're really contributing to our own demise right now. And we have to find a way to be a lot more mentally tough and poised down the stretch. And I keep on using the word discipline. There was a real lack of discipline out there tonight.
When the bench group plays like it did in the fourth and makes that comeback, is it tough to pull them out of the game and go back to the starters when they were playing so well together?
Yes, it definitely is. That group was playing well, but then all of a sudden, how long am I going to sit Nikola? And the longer I sit him, it's that much harder for him to get back into the rhythm of the game. So Mason was playing great, that group was playing great, and I take him out to put Nikola in. Nikola's our best player. Monte Morris, the same thing. Monte is playing very well. Take him out, put Jamal back in. So yes, those definitely are tough decisions, Harrison. And most nights you're probably going to go back to your starting group to try to close the game. But there will be nights where I just really have to finish the game with our best players on that night. And if it's a starter, great. If it's not, so be it. That's the luxury of having a deep team like we have.
With their three-pointers, do you feel like you just sort of fell into the rhythm of how they wanted to play?
They're obviously a high-scoring machine. They take 43s a game, so they do that every night. Obviously, the disappointing thing about it was just the lack of discipline in terms of, I mean, we let Brook Lopez go 8 of 13. I mean, going into the game. And you know what's funny? They played yesterday afternoon, and I have no idea how many of our guys watched the game. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's only a handful that watched it. And if they would have watched that game, they would have seen Brook Lopez go 6 of 12 yesterday. And he's having a great season for them, shooting the ball. And some of our guys are probably surprised he had 8 threes tonight. And I don't get that. This is your job. This is your livelihood. This is your profession. Study your opponent. Know who you're playing. We go over personnel. We talk about it. We give guys who the run-offs are, who are the guys we're going to close out how to. And he's still got 8 threes. And we continue to close short. And we continue to help off him too much. And he made us pay for it. So you tip your hat. They come in here and beat our ass tonight. And hopefully we can learn from the 3 losses and keep on moving in the right direction.
Thanks, guys.